Hello friends, my name is Rudo. Our channel takes you on a journey through captivating stories, perfect for viewers of all ages and backgrounds. Experience the magic of storytelling as we reimagine ancient legends, bringing them to life with cinematic mastery that immerses you in the essence of African culture.
What happens when the one person who loved you at your worst is no longer there when you finally reach your best? This is the story of a princess who longed for love but was constantly ridiculed for her size. While others mocked her, one man saw her true beauty and cherished her heart. But when fate intervened, everything changed. Her body, her confidence, and her perspective on love. Would she recognize true love when it was right in front of her? Or would she let vanity blind her to what real? A long time ago, in the village of Noria, there lived a princess named Zara, the eldest daughter of King Jafir. Unlike her three younger sisters, Zara remained unmarried due to her body size. Suitors were nowhere to be found because of her considerable weight. Whispers and gossip filled the village, as some people mocked her behind her back. Some would say, "I heard they need 3 wrappers just to go around her waist." Others would add, "Did you know she once ate an entire goat in a single day?" King Jafir and his queen were deeply concerned about their daughter's weight. They made several attempts to arrange a marriage for her, but no man showed interest. Zara, on the other hand, had lost hope. Her love for food had become so intense that she couldn't even picture herself losing weight in her lifetime. She had accepted that marriage might never be an option for her, as she believed that any man willing to marry her would do so for her status rather than love. And Zara longed for a love that was genuine. Despite her sorrow, she found solace in dancing. She was an exceptional dancer, and many times she would retreat to the privacy of her hut, moving gracefully to the rhythms she created with her own voice. During village festivals, she would search for a secluded spot where she could listen to the music from a distance and dance freely, hidden from judgmental eyes. As the year came to an end, the 4 neighboring villages prepared for their annual festival. Excitement filled the air. Some eagerly anticipated showing off their finest garments, while others perfected their dance moves or practiced their musical instruments. Many simply looked forward to indulging in the grand feast of the festival. Zara, however, had only one goal: to find a hidden place where she could dance without fear of ridicule. She eventually found a spot where the distant sounds of drums and flutes reached her ears, and with a joyful grin, she began to dance. Lost in the rhythm, she noticed a drum beat growing louder and louder. At first, she ignored it, too absorbed in her own movements. But then, the festival music abruptly stopped, and only the persistent drumming remained. Turning around, she saw a man standing behind her, beating a drum with a warm smile on his face. He paused and asked, "Why did you stop dancing?" Panicked, Zara turned to flee, but the man pursued her. Due to her size, she couldn't run quickly, and he easily caught up with her. "Leave me alone," she gasped, panting. "Go amuse yourself somewhere else." The man gazed at her with curiosity, puzzled by her reaction. "I lost my way while trying to reach the market square," he explained. "When I heard your dancing, I thought I'd accompany you with my drumming." Zara examined his attire more closely and realized he wasn't from her village. She thanked him for playing for her and gave him directions to the market, but he refused to leave. "I would much rather keep drumming for you," he said with a grin. Without waiting for her permission, he resumed playing, encouraging her to dance once more. Seeing his persistence, Zara hesitated for a moment before slowly swaying her hips to the beat. After all, what harm could it do? He was a stranger she would likely never meet again, and for the first time she had the chance to dance without restraint. After a long while, she finally stopped, breathless. "Thank you, Mr. Drummer. That was the most fun I've had in a long time," she admitted. "My name is Rami, not Mr. Drummer," he corrected with a chuckle. She introduced herself as well, then told him she needed to go home. But Rami pleaded with her to return the next day, and Zara found herself agreeing. As she walked home, her thoughts kept drifting back to the mysterious drummer. "He can't possibly be interested in me," she mused. She knew that men as charming as him never paid attention to women like her. Still, she couldn't help but think about him all night, even as she tried to convince herself not to get carried away. The following evening, Zara made her way back to their secret spot. The moment Rami saw her, his face lit up with excitement. And to her surprise, she felt the same way. They spent hours talking, getting to know each other, and when they were done, he played his drum while she danced. As days turned into weeks, their meetings became the highlight of both their lives. Eventually, Rami confessed his feelings to Zara. Although she had suspected he liked her, she had been too afraid to assume anything. Hearing him say it out loud filled her with happiness, as she felt the same way. "I can bring my family to meet yours on the next market day," he said eagerly. And just like that, their future together seemed set in motion. Overjoyed, Zara rushed to tell her parents that a suitor from a neighboring village would soon be visiting to ask for her hand in marriage. King Jafir and his wife were thrilled. They had never imagined such a day would come. But fate had other plans. Just a week before the planned meeting, a deadly airborne disease swept through the 4 villages, forcing the rulers to seal their borders and order everyone to stay inside. Zara was devastated. Not only was she unable to see Rami every day, but she also feared for their future together. Then, the worst happened. She fell ill. For over 3 months, she fought for her life. The sickness drained her strength and destroyed her appetite. She could barely eat, often struggling to finish even half a plate of food in a day. Finally, a skilled herbalist discovered a cure, and as people slowly recovered, Zara too regained her health.